you doing? I hope you're well. I'm Deanna and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to share with you all the books that I have acquired or adopted in the last 3 months. So I think this is August, September and October. And at the end I will have a little unboxing for a subscription box that me and my brother Connor bought. It was a Australian-based curated box, so we'll leave our honest reviews at the end. I'm actually pretty surprised. I mean, there is going to be a lot of books, but it's not like too wild and wonderful. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of my restraint. I think in September I bought like 2 books. So we probably should start with the special editions just because they're everywhere. We will start with FairyLoot just because it's looking at me, and also just like look at these spines. So these are 4 FairyLoot books I've got. So they are the August, September and October romantasy subscription books, and then one of their special editions. So first for August, their book of the month was Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. This is a Why Choose fantasy romance where we follow a girl named Rosalind, whose father is kind of seen as the town's crazy person, as he is dedicated his entire life to finding the Fae. He's convinced that his wife has been taken by them, and because of that, Rosalind has become ostracized. However, one day her father does get lost in the woods, and she herself trips into the enchanted vale and finds her father has been trapped by the High Prince of Winter, Kaldarian, for taking a rose. And she offers to take her father's place as their prisoner and also vows to help him and the other 3 high princes break their curse. So yes, very much a Beauty and the Beast retelling. We've got a Why Choose between Rosalind and the 4 Fae princes, so the High Prince of Winter, Kaldarian. We've got Ezrin, the High Prince of Spring. There is Farron, the High Spring of Autumn, and Dayton, our Summer Prince, and it is fantastic. Also completely obsessed with this edition, so I will be saving my pennies for the day that FairyLoot drops the rest of this series. For September, we have The Half King by Melissa Landers, and this one is stunning. And this one we have a girl named Cerise who, like all second-born daughters of the realm, she's essentially given up to the church, and she's told that she's not allowed to leave the temple. But unlike her peers, she is failing to become an oracle. It doesn't seem to be in the cards for her, and her inability to become an oracle has brought shame on her family. Everything seems to change when she's offered an opportunity to serve the Half King, a young man who rules by day and turns to shadows by sunset. And yes, she's got to go and help the king get rid of his curse. And yeah, this edition is stunning, and excited to see what I think about this one. Then for October, they've really brought it in with the spooky season, and we got The Coven by Harper L. Woods, and just look at this cover. This is a dark academia magic school with witches, and we are following Willow, who never thought she'd get accepted into the prestigious and secret university, which is supposed to be the institution for the best and brightest witches of all. But she has reasons for wanting to go to the university despite the, education she is going to be offered, and that is to find the bones of her ancestors in order to reclaim the magic that is her destiny. She has been raised as a weapon against the Coven, and strangely, her only obstacle is the university's headmaster, Alaric Grayson Thorne, but he may turn out to be her best ally, and they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this edition. I love the simple printed cover with the foiling just laying on the back, and then they've got a reverse dust jacket, which I will not be using because the custom one is so much better. I wanted to squeeze this one into my October TBR, but alas, did not have time. So again, we'll be very excited to see if they do the second one because it's a duology, because this is freaking gorgeous. All right, and then we have the special edition, which, my God, I haven't bought a special edition from FairyLoot, like that's not part of their boxes, in a while. I forgot how hard that was. And being on the opposite side of the world in a completely different time zone, it was a nightmare. But I did manage to get my hands on this beautiful edition of When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. It isn't signed, but that just means if I ever meet her, I will get her to sign it. So this is stunning, and it is a romantasy with obviously dragons, as you can tell, and we are following a girl named Reeve who is an assassin for the rebellion, and her job is basically to take every job she's given, follow every order, and don't get caught. However, when a bounty hunter comes knocking and attacks her best friend and closest loved one, Ray kind of goes feral and ends up going out guns a-blazing. She is captured and ends up in a dungeon awaiting her trial with the Guild of Nobles, who are a group of high, powerful fae. And then we've got the Dragon King, Khan Vigor, who's been crushed by the grief and the loss of his loved one, and he has taken the throne quite brutally from his father and has donned the mantle. And he is trying to soothe the grief in his heart, and it leads him to the dungeons of a high security prison where he finds our assassin Brave, and that is how they meet. And this world is so lush and textured and rich. I'm obsessed with it, and we find out more about them and their history, and I am dying for the sequel, which is coming out like at the end of next year, which is slightly upset, but I will wait impatiently though it may be for this, and you bet I will be trying to snag a matching edition. Okay, we'll keep going on the special edition front, and next I have Fabled, who have come through with some of the books that I ordered. They've been unfortunately dealing with some extensive manufacturing logistics, I'm not really sure, delays, but I really appreciate how transparent they've been. So one of the ones that was not part of their boxes that arrived was Wicked by Piper Lawson. You know me, I love a rockstar romance, and when I saw this one, Piper Lawson has been on my TBR for a little bit. It has been signed by her, which is also fantastic. And this is a bind up of good girl and bad girl, potentially. And we are following Haley, who wanted to fall for a man, but instead she fell for a legend. And the month she wrote her first piece of code, so she is a woman in STEM, which we love to see. Jax Jamison launched his 3rd platinum album. The week I drank my first beer, he spent it in jail. The day I got under his skin, I wound up on tour. And the night he gave me his hoodie, I fell in love forever. So this is a new adult rockstar romance. We've got an emotional slow burn, so hopefully it's great, and I love this edition, couldn't pass it up. Then I can't remember which month these were for, but I did grab the Fabled Nights and Fabled Twilight books. This could have been February. Twilight, we got The Poisons We Drink by Bethany Baptiste, and for Nights we got The House of Bane and Blood by Alexis L. Maynard, which both came in these beautiful slip jackets, slip jackets, I don't know what I'm talking about. And this one in particular I've been interested in because it is a romantasy which has a kind of Six of Crows or Peaky Blinders vibe to the fantasy world, so it feels very like razor gangs in London with a mafia setting, and we've got an arranged marriage between 2 of the families, and Camilla isn't particularly impressed with it, but she knows it's the only way to protect her family from the cops who are trying to come after them, and Nikolai doesn't really care either way but needs the backing of her family to help come after a kidnapper slash murderer who is making the streets dangerous. So yes, very excited to add this one to my collection, and it is a book that I'm going to try and squeeze on to the end of my TBR. I realize we're at the end of November and I only have so much reading hours left in me, but I would love to include this one. And then we have The Poisons The Drink by Bethany Baptiste, and this is amazing. Like, I'm obsessed with the color palette. And in this we are following a world which is divided by witches and humans, and Venus Heartstone is a brewer who makes illegal love potions. Love potions is a dangerous business. Brewing has a painful and debilitating side effects, and getting caught means death or a prison sentence. But what Venus is most afraid of is the dark and sentient magic within her. Then the enemy's iron bullet kills her mother and her life implodes. Keeping her reckless little sister Janice safe is now her entire responsibility, and when a powerful grand witcher, a ruthless head of her coven, offers her a chance to punish her mother's killer, she has to pay a steep price for revenge. The cost? Brew poisonous potions to enslave DC's most influential politicians. So this sounds like it is going to be absolutely wonderful. It's giving me like a urban setting. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is up for the Goodreads Choice Awards for the romantasy. I just realized there's like little green like poison marks, and yeah, I'm excited. A couple. All right, we are moving on to the last lot of the special editions, and first we have the Enchantasy box by the Romance Cartel, and their first book was The Silverlight Air by Emma Cole, and they've done this absolutely stunning. Can you see that? Paperback edition. I love this. And this was the first ever romantasy box. They're doing it bi-monthly. We got a signed book plate, and this one we've got The Secret Girl, The Starlight Heir, Tainted from Birth, Beyond Repair, Fated Mates, Yet Cast Aside, Twisted Bond, A Rival's Bride. So it looks like potentially we've got like a rejected mate situation, we've got werewolves, and Stella has been hidden away from supernatural society, sequestered into her wolf pack as she is a half-breed vampire, so half human, half vampire, and the knowledge of her existence is hoarded for a chance of untapped power. She's basically waiting in this pack to be used as a bargaining chip. However, an accidental meeting with her mate exposes the secret and sets her on a dark path of pain and betrayal, foretold by the prophecy the wolf elders have kept to themselves. Hidden agendas, political intrigue, and desperate bit of freedom conspires against Stella at every turn. That sounds fucking incredible. When it appears she will fall to the same circumstances that left her an orphan, fate gives her a new avenue of hope, but she'll have to be strong enough to grab onto and pull herself from the pits of despair her unfaithful mate has cast her into. So what happens when a girl who has been oppressed, reviled, called an abomination, and treated worse rises up and takes destiny into her own hands? And honestly, that maybe sounds like the revenge story I need in my life right now. So very excited to read Emma Cole. And then the last of the special editions, even though a couple of these do look fancy, but you know how publishing now is doing like fancy first prints? Maybe we'll do those next. Is His Tresor by Emily Rossi. This is the pen name of Emily Emerson for her Mafia romance. Look at this. This is a stunning cover that she is releasing herself on her website. And I love her writing style, and she really does do beautiful romance which have chronic pain and chronic illness at the forefront, which is exactly why I picked this up. I mean, as you can tell from the front of the cover, our heroine is a wheelchair user, and I just think we need more of this representation. We've got Sophia, who is hidden away and protected from her father as being his quote-unquote defective daughter, which makes me want to vomit. And the head of the Bratva can't be associated with weakness, and that's all her father sees her as, is a weakness, until a marriage alliance gives him the opportunity to get rid of her. As she heads down the aisle to her mysterious husband, she hopes she's moving towards love and freedom, but Matteo makes it clear that he wants nothing to do with me, and she wishes she could return his coldness, but the dangerous Don sets her body ablaze whenever he's near. And for Matteo, his life's been defined by betrayal. A family traitor murdered his parents, and he's carried the blood on their hands all these years. He's learned not to open his heart, and as the head of the 5 families, he will always control his city. But with enemies rising, marriage alliance is needed. It's the only way to move forward. Except his bride is not what he expected. When his trust is shattered, he will go to any means necessary to protect the family. So yeah, I am very much excited for this, and oh my god, there's artwork throughout. And I will try and find one that is safe for the camera. And of course I'm not going to, but look at that. So yes, I am very excited to squeeze this one onto my end of year TBR, otherwise it will be one of the first books I pick up next year. Alright, moving on to the special editions, which are not special editions, maybe? Yeah. I pre-ordered a copy of The Games God Play by Abigail Owens, and Red Tower, they just know what the girls want. They know what we want in a special edition. All I know is that this one is supposed to be like an adult Percy Jackson meets The Hunger Games, and we've got Greek gods who, for whatever reason, have decided that they will taking turns to be the head honcho, and to do so they pick a human as their player in this game, and whoever wins the tournament, their god becomes the king or queen of the gods for a set period of time. Everything's going well until our main girl, I don't know her name, who who has just been living as an office clerk for the Order of Thieves, just wants to keep her head down and don't be noticed by any of the Olympians. However, she does get noticed, and for the first time in the history of these games, Hades decides to throw his hat in the ring and chooses her as his chess piece, essentially. That's my vague understanding, and it's been also nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards. I haven't really heard much about it, but there was a lot of buzz about its release, hence why I had to pick up this stunning copy. So excited. I love Greek myth. I love to see what she's going to do with them in a modern setting, and very excited to pick this one up. The next one I picked up just because it has this adorable red sprayed edge and I adore the American cover rather than UK cover, is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is the first book in the Royals of Romance by Sarah Rashash, and this is by Bramble. And all I know is that this is like a quirky rom-com which is supposed to be like A Nightmare Before Christmas meets Red, White and Royal Blue. So it's a queer romance between the Prince of Christmas named Cole and the Prince of Halloween named Hex, and they have a hookup. They don't really know who each other's are, and they don't figure out who the other person is until they are both courting the same holiday princess, which I think is Easter. This sounds like a hilariously fun time, and I probably pick it up in November because it seems like the perfect book to bridge the gap between Halloween and Christmas. As you know, I try to buy books directly from authors wherever possible. I just like to do that. It's a me thing, especially since I read probably 85 to 90% indie authors. So I did pre-order the first 4 books in the Ironside Academy series by Jane Washington, and they finally arrived. So that is Plie, Turner, Satur, and Revealer. And I'm just obsessed with these covers. They have been replaced with newer covers, which makes me a little bit sad, but she has included these as like step backs in the series. And this is an alternate Amigaverse. In this, we do have more designations, and our main character, Isabel, is a Sigma, which is the lowest class. And in this world, these people who have these designations have been rounded up almost onto like reservation lands and have been treated quite poorly because they do have extra magical abilities. And depending on your ability, depends if you're Alpha, Beta, Delta, Omega, and Sigma. I can't remember exactly the designations. But in America, they've decided to turn it into a kind of dance academy / reality TV show situation. Each year, students are invited to the Ironside Academy, where one person will graduate and become the world's next biggest pop star, rock star, sports star, movie star kind of vibe. So Isabel never thought she was going to attend because she is a Sigma. However, her dad won many moons ago, and she's been forced into this because she's like now a legacy of this TV show. And yeah, their whole life has been filmed, and as they go through the years, they are given opportunities for people to vote for them, and they get money, and they can get better private lessons and all that stuff. As you can tell, Isabel is a dancer, and she is just really trying to stick her head down, but ends up getting roped in with the alphas of the group, and they are fascinated with her because she has uncovered a secret but also has helped them out. And it's a why choose. It's the biggest why choose I've ever read. There's 10 of them. I am up to book 3, and I think I'm slowly getting who's who in the zoo, but I am thoroughly enjoying all this dealings and political intrigue happening underneath the glitz and glamour of this reality TV show. So I'm halfway through. Book 5 is coming out shortly, and then book 6 will round off the series. So yeah. And then it did take a while to get to me, but I didn't mind. These things happen. But she did throw in a copy of Trickery, The Curse of the Gods, book 1, which is by Jane Washington and also Jane and Eve. And this has been one that's been on my TBR and on my radius for a long time, just because it does deal with the gods. And yeah, I'm so excited to have a copy of this one. So Willow Knight, dweller, slave, non-magical being. So in Minnesota, being a dweller means that you will literally know better than dirt. In fact, dirt might be more useful. Her life will be one of servitude to the souls and the magic blessed, who will one day be chosen to become gods. At least her outer village is far removed from the cities of the souls, and she won't ever be forced to present herself to them until one small mistake changes everything, and she is awarded a position to serve at Bestwall, the top soul academy in the world, a position she definitely did not earn. Under the sudden watchful eye of the gods, she'll be tasked to serve the Abkurst brothers, 5 souls who are built of arrogance, perfection, and power. They are almost gods themselves, and during her service, she is either going to end up sentenced to death, or else they're going to ruin her so badly that she wish she will. So why choose bully romance? Looks like we've got another magical school. Thank you so much for adding this one to my order. Okay, not too many left. I will go with the next stack. So in August or September, I did go and do a bookish meetup with some wonderful bookstagrammers, and we try and do it a couple of times a year, and thank you so much to Rua for organizing it. And of course, the one thing we do, despite, you know, going to a fancy cafe where we eat fancy brunches and have fancy coffee, is that we bring books and we do a little book fairy. So I did get a copy of How Does It Feel by Janine O'Reilly, which is a super dark fantasy romance, which I love the sounds of. So we're following a girl named Callie who is a scientist, and ever since she was a child has been fascinated with things with wings because she believes it is fairy. So she is now studying this particular moth when she trips into a fairy portal and lands on the Unseelie King, who is, for whatever reason, convinced that she's been sent by the humans to assassinate him, despite Calla not looking like your typical assassin. And he is determined to break the information out of her. And he challenges her to 3 deadly trials. Yeah, I am definitely excited to pick up this one. And then we just did like a little book swap. So I picked up Amy Lee's X's and O's, which is a steamy rom-com. So Tara Chen has had her heart broken 10 times by 10 different men. Nevertheless, she's still determined to find her perfect match. The only problem is that she is romance obsessed and her expectations are sky high. Modern dating apps have killed the meet cute, so Tara decides to revisit her exes, all 10 of them, in hopes of finding her very own trope-worthy second chance romance. And then we've got firefighter Trevor Metcalfe, who will be the first to rush into a burning building, but the last to rush into a relationship. Love just isn't his thing. And he gets roped in because he is Tara's flatmate, so she enlists him to help be her wingman on this trip. And I assume love ensues. Then I was gifted a copy of 13 Hours of You by Annie Emerson, and I don't know much about it. I think it's quite an emotional read. And oh yeah, I just read the trigger warnings. It's going to be quite emotional and quite dark. So it says, for 17 years, I'd lived in Pennsylvania, a town that took pleasure in my torment and refused to leave me anything but broken. 4 months ago, I left and I'd driven 13 hours to Everly Falls, Georgia to live with my grandma for senior year. I moved to give myself the chance to fall in love with a life that I'd missed out on for so long. I expected to find hope. I hoped to find freedom, but I never expected him. I'm too damaged to recognize the beginning. All it took was a moment, and he was positive he'd invade every one of mine. If I pushed, he pulled. If I ran, he followed. I was his fate. Miki was my North Star. It was what he chose to remember. He was goodbye, my soul refused to forget. So yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be emotional. And then I picked up Kate Scott's Compulsion. This one is a razor-sharp debut about the transcendence of new heights, the allures of new lows, and the relentless power of our obsession. Music, sex, food, drugs, fashion, and nature coalesce to overwhelm the senses on every page. So I'm pretty sure it's like a new millennium's bright young things are partying like it's the end of the world. So we've got the dark glamour, the debauchery music, gigs culminating with everyone on stage. You know, it's kind of got that vibe. And I was interested. You know me, I love a book with music in it, even if it isn't like typically a rock star romance. So I figured, I think one of the girls had been sent this by a publisher and it wasn't her vibe. So she said, who wants it? And I was like, yeah, that sounds all right. And we'll see what I think about it. Cool. Moving into the last stack, we'll go quickly through the books that I got on my Love Your Bookshop Day within my Love Your Bookshop Day vlog. So first up, we had The Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mitsuki Tsuchimara, which I've heard gives like Studio Ghibli vibes. I do love Japanese translated fiction. And in this, we've got 7 young people in Tokyo wake up to find their bedroom mirrors shining. Placing their palms on the surface, they're pulled into a wondrous castle where they encounter not only each other, but their taskmaster, a bossy young girl in a wolf mask named the Wolf Queen. They don't know it yet, but they have one thing in common. Eager to uncover the secrets of the castle by themselves, but their time will not be without glitches. From the start each day, they must leave by 5 o'clock or face the terrifying penalty. They have to hunt for the key that will grant only one wish, and they must tell no one their experience. So yeah, it looks like this kind of magical realism, Studio Ghibli vibes, and I've seen it around and I just absolutely needed to get my hands on it. Another one that I've seen and very sad I didn't pick up the stunning FairyLoot edition was Sophie Kim's The God and the Gamio. I probably said that very wrong, but this does follow Korean folklore, which I completely love. And we're following Kim Hani, who was once a terrible Gamiho known as the Scarlet Fox and spends her days working at a cafe trying not to let a certain customer irk her. And we've got Sokka, who is a trickster god thrown from the heavens after his attempt from a coup fails, and he spends his day hunting demons and irritating a particular Gamiho. When a demon of darkness escapes the underworld, the Scarlet Fox emerges from hiding before quickly vanishing. He's offered a chance to redemption, kill them both, and his sins will be forgiven. So I just am obsessed with this cover, and it sounds like so much fun. I think we've got an urban setting through Seoul, and I am so excited to learn more about their folklore. Then I picked up Australian author Amanda Wilmot and The Winter of the Wolf. This looks like it's going to be a deliciously dark historical fiction, which centers on the werewolf trials, which happened in Europe in the 15th century-ish. And in this, we're following a girl who leaves Paris after her grandmother dies rather than submit to a forced marriage, and seeks sanctuary in the home of her estranged aunt in the east of France. And the town is consumed by fear and superstition. So I think her aunt left behind a troubled past, hoping to find a new life with her husband where she can sell her herbs and assist women from the privacy of her forest home. But it is dangerous to be different, and the aunt and daughter's lives become intertwined, and they're soon both being hunted by a witch hunter who is desperate for respect and power and allies himself with a priest who is flaming the flames of fear and hatred and believes that they are on the hunt for a werewolf. So yeah, this sounds like it is going to be wonderful. It gives me the same vibes as The Good People by Hannah Kent, like looking at real people, but how folklore and fear and just the lack of understanding that we have of technology and science can easily feed into that fear of the unreal. And then we had Tales of a Torturous Heart by Jennifer Delaney, which is a dark academia romantasy, and we're following Catherine Woodville, who's a fae, and she wants to graduate from this Institute of Magic, but prejudiced of the mortal University Council threatens her position, and she's left with only one option, which is to accept a mage partnership with the elusive Lord Blackthorn. So Blackthorn is a riddle Kate is fearful of solving. The mysterious cursed war hero with stormy eyes and an unpredictable way leaves Kate with more questions than answers, but the only thing she really knows is that she's irresistibly drawn to him, no matter how forbidden it might be. So a string of murders and fae disappearances herald the return of dark magic. Kate and Lord Blackthorn are thrown into the world of ancient books that hide monstrous dark fiends who play with nightmares and mortal men who wish nothing more to see them both burn. So this feels like it's going to give me a Discovery of Witches vibes, and I love that series, so I am very excited, and I just adore this cover. We're in the final two books. I cannot remember when, where I picked them up, but I did pick up Pucky Sweet, which is the third book in the Jacksonville Rays series by Emily Rath. And I mean, I know we're kind of over the illustrated covers, but this one is freaking adorable. So as you can tell, this is an MMF romance, and we are following Poppy St. James, who we've met in the first book, Pucking Around, and she is their like social media manager, which is her dream job, to be director of public relations at a sports team. And there ends up being a little situation where the three of them end up together, and I can't wait. I read Pucking Around this year, loved it. My understanding is that these books kind of center around the same timeline. One may start earlier or later, but they kind of circle the same events, which I personally love. I loved what we got to see of Poppy, and I'm excited to see her get her HEA. And then last but not least is a book I pre-ordered, which I wanted, the fancy sprayed edges like we got with The Nightmare Before Christmas, but did not get it. It just came with the standard edition, which is disappointing, but I'm still very excited to add this to my collection. This is Beautiful Villain by Rebecca Kennedy. This is a Great Gatsby retelling with vampires. And literally when I saw that, I was like, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. So Daisy Finnegan is looking forward to the endless golden freedom of summer. No more college, no more pressure, no more worry. But when her cousin goes missing at an elusive house party, Daisy is all too ready to confront the mysterious host, only to discover the wealth recluse is Jay Gatsby, her childhood sweetheart, and now sinfully hot and impossible to deny. She could never resist him, and isn't long before she's entangled in a intertwined with wealth, lies, obsession, culminating in shocking acts of violence that shatters the summer haze and threatens to drown them all. It is until Gatsby is shot through the heart and survives that Daisy discovers the truth of how he clawed his way up in the world by selling the secrets of immortality to the highest bidder. Now, with her friends' lives at stake and her only new powers still volatile and an unimaginable threat closing in, Daisy will have to face an impossible choice: side with the man who claimed her body and soul, or with the monster who would see him lost to her forever. Yeah, I'm so excited, and I already am pre-ordering the second book because it's a picture of Dorian Gray retelling, and oh, it is signed, so okay. Points for the book, it's signed. Very excited to get into this. It sounds like it's going to still have all the glittering glitz and glamour of the Art Nouveau 1920s period, so I'm very excited for that. Is back. We splurged and
yeah, I'm back. No one asked me to be. I just came back.
I mean, I did mention in the last video. We splurged and we bought ourselves a book box.
We did. Oh wait, hideout addresses.
Yeah.
We don't want you to find us.
So I've included a little unboxing portion. This is the book box.
Book Box Australia.
Yes.
Small business, shout out. It's basically like a customizable book box. So
yes.
Like, instead of it just being like a book that they have for the month that everyone gets, it's like you fill out a little questionnaire and then they pick you a box.
If you don't mind, I'll attach our little...
Oh yeah, they gave us like little like bios. I was like, oh, they see me.
You get this email that says, your curated book box is ready. And then it gives you like this is a summary of what you put in your survey. And like...
Fun, yeah.
And then
I like to think she handwrote them, even though they were probably automated, but like it made me feel special.
I mean,
I did feel really special.
The speed in which
it was like 2 minutes after we
I
submitted
assume it was AI, but
hey,
it was still summarized, and it's probably good for her as well to be like that.
And you also get like little treats.
Yes.
So you can choose. I chose snacks. I don't know about you.
I chose snacks. Yeah.
Because like a lot of the bookish stuff felt very like romance leading.
I chose snacks and a book sleeve.
Fun. I think I was cheeky and I got a tote bag. Also, as you may be able to notice, our boxes are different sizes. Well, because we had agreed to get 2.
Did we?
Yeah, we said we're gonna get 2 books. Oh. And then you messaged me and you're like, I got 1. I was like, well, I've already committed.
No, so what happened was that I was so excited that it said buy, and I was like, buy. Yeah. That I didn't even see that there was options for sizes of books. And then when you were like...
I almost subscribed, like, for month. Which, like, shout out. But, like, I couldn't afford that.
And then you were like, so how many books did you buy? And I was like, I bought the box. And you were like, and how many books? And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it was cooked.
So yeah, let's have a look. And I think she says that if you've got it...
If you've got it, fly it, baby.
I don't know if the lady from the book box says that, but...
should we learn her name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Bear with us. Kate.
And Carl.
And
Leo.
We see you, Carl. I think Leo's a cat. So I'm not sure if they get as much shout out, but love cats.
Yeah.
I do really love cats.
I'm assuming Kate is the brains behind this operation. Well, I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, Carl.
Yeah, we believe women in this house.
So anyway, Kate said that if you've got it, she will refund you.
Oh, yeah, like because we attached like a list of books that we had.
I attached my Goodreads and my wish list.
Yeah, I did my story graph. Shout out. I don't like Goodreads. Can we talk about it? It's always, it's so slow. And it never works. But then, and I was like, oh, Storygraph, so much better. And then the day that we submitted, like we're going to submit it, Storygraph was down for 24 hours. And I was like, oh, so... But then it came back up and it's had no issues.
No, I love Storygraph. I just haven't figured out how to add the reviews like I can on Goodreads.
Yeah,
and that's probably a me problem.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, we have a little...
Oh, what does yours say?
Mine says, welcome to your fantasy world.
Mine says it too.
Maybe it's like Halloween. That gives... Yeah, we'll both...
And then it says, let your adventure begin. Mm-hmm. It's actually... I'm going to sit up a little bit. I'm going to...
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
You get it. Okay. Are we opening our, like, letter?
Yeah.
It's like that... Wait, I was going to say something that might be a bit exposing. So like, when we got those letters.
So for context, we bought ourselves.
No, we bought each other.
We bought each other a book boyfriend letter on Etsy. And
it was 2020. Like, we were lonely.
And like, shout out to that woman, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a dying craft now. I feel like it would just be AI'd.
Yeah.
But like, this was handwritten. Like, she put thought into it. Who was yours from?
Obviously, Rysand, the king of the Night Court. The High Lord of the Night Court, sorry.
Mine was from Alec Lightwood. I was a Shadowhunter fan back in the day.
Still is. Okay, let's have a look at the swaggy stuff. Okay.
Oh my god, this is cute.
Oh yes, we bought stickers! I say this all the time, but
Okay.
I have a book journal and a Kindle, so these are going to go straight on them. And they're very like...
Yeah, they use more stickers. You can have my stickers just because I probably won't use them. But they are really cute. Wait, show someone. Did we get the same? Oh, I got a dragon.
Oh, you got a freaking dragon.
I got like a, I don't know if it's...
Mine are all...
It's like, we got like some dragons. I got an owl.
I got witchy stuff. Look at this.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Do you think this is like the boy and girl stickers?
Dragon for boy.
A witch for a girl.
No shade to Kate.
No, we love you, Kate. We love you.
And then there's
Could you imagine if she sees it? Like, I'd feel like kind of like noticed. Like, it's like I made it.
And then we've got a bookmark which
I
says...
have a different bookmark.
Oh, is yours the boy one?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, actually, mine's like a castle with like roses. You can't see it.
Oh my god! It's got like a little why I chose your book.
Oh wait, no. We love you, Kate. Like, this is a Kate Stan account. Wait, we shouldn't read this though, because like it'll I don't know if it says like the books, but we don't want to be spoiled.
No, it doesn't say.
Oh, so we read it. So, so I said let's not read it, and then we read it.
No, I double checked. It's the same blurb.
No, mine is different. Or maybe it's because I got two. Because mine says Connor. My name. One novel captures the raw poetic inspiration. Okay. You know, it's a bit different.
Okay, mine is a summary of what was on the email.
Okay.
Because it says, Diana, this book represents an enchanting blend of
I guess Kate just likes me more. I will
to be fair, you spent more money. Oh my god, okay.
Wait, are we doing it? Stop it. Okay, should we start with the snacks? That's like, that's fun. Okay. I got a cookie. Slay.
Yes. It's
also,
massive.
apparently, most of the stuff is like Australian like small businesses. We just love small businesses.
We love small businesses. I got a chocolate fudge brownie.
Stop, that's so cool. I got some boodles, which are chocolate and caramel.
They look like chocolate crackles.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the book.
What?
It's black.
Yeah, the book. We'll get to that.
Sorry,
What else did I get? I got some hand cream. Oh,
I got some chunky crisps.
some white drinking chocolate.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
I got, you might want to have this with the drinking chocolate. Exquisite marshmallows.
exquisite marshmallows. This is so fun.
Oh, I got drip coffee.
Same. I got, wait, no, I didn't got some. I got a double espresso, a little can.
Oh, no, I got a peach iced tea.
And then I also got some like, stop. I got bear socks. This really goes with my like gay tribe. With Easter pride.
Wait, this is like, I was going to say exposable, but this is like a tea bag.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like a coffee tea bag.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Should we do the books now?
I'm kind of nervous.
I'm nervous too. Which, like, again, as we said, if we have the books, we can just call our dear personal friend Kate, and she said that she would, we can like replace the books.
But this is going to probably say more about me, but I'm disappointed with how small my book is.
Diana, it's not the size, it's what they can do with it. Okay.
But you know what I mean? Like, this is supposed to be a fantasy romance. That's quite thin. I mean, don't get me wrong, it might be something that I love.
My books are like book size. I don't know.
It's like a novella. Right.
They're going for it. Mine is in here tight.
Yeah, yours is tight.
What have we got? What have we got?
What have we got? Oh, this looks cool.
Okay. I'm worried I'm breaking it.
Hold on.
Okay. We have A Taste of Golden Iron.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, you do that. You do that. Pop it up.
I actually really love this cover.
Very gorgeous cover. Yeah, read it. Read it to the people.
So, to save their kingdom, will they sacrifice their hearts?
Whoa.
Prince Kadu of Arist knows how. When a cunning foreign ambassador threatens him, Cadu's clumsy attempts to protect himself goes badly, resulting in a diplomatic incident. Cadu is humiliated. His sister, the Queen,
oh, okay,
is furious, as she should be. Your book's a little damaged, babe.
Yeah, I think it was me taking it out.
Yeah, that's fair. Desperate to regain her trust, he takes responsibility for the investigation of a break-in at their most important guild, accompanied by the newest bodyguard.
Wow.
Evmir is handsome, flawlessly trained, and, like the Queen, coldly furious about what happened with the ambassador. As their investigation unspools and threats to the royal family multiply, Cadu and Evmir discover a sprawling plot to undermine Arist's power. It becomes clear that one false move could bring about its downfall, and when the prince's life is in danger, Evmir proves anything but cold.
Fun. Now, it doesn't typically sound like something I would pick up.
It does. I like the kind of,
Which, again, part of it is like, was I doing too much in my survey? Like, because I did say, like, any decade.
For fan fiction writers who taught me everything I know, including...
It is a little damaged, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, not typically something that I would pick up, but it's giving more, like, romancy-y than I typically prefer. But hey, this is about trying something new. This is about like testing things.
It is popular.
Yeah.
Pass the hop test. It looks like it's got like a Middle Eastern setting, and definitely looks like there's a queer romance. I love the cover. Oh, sorry, I should say this is by Alexandra Rowland.
Fun.
Okay.
What's yours?
My Tina Turner book.
I don't know where I put my little others.
Ah, okay. This is by Sophie Jordan, A Fire in the Sky. I have heard of this one.
I feel like that would be a lot more common for you. Like, you are really like the book girl out of the two of us.
Oh my god.
What? Oh!
I know I'm going to show you that.
Yeah.
It is a dragon book, which I do love.
You love dragons.
Like, look at that. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's 300 pages, so I guess that's a regular book length.
Yeah, you're so like disappointed in the like length of the book.
I'm just used to books being like closer to 500 pages.
Which I guess makes a little bit of sense when it comes to like fantasy, because you got a lot of like setup.
Yeah. I am loving this cover though.
A cute cover,
and it
yeah.
is I'm pretty sure this is a very new release, like it came out like a couple of months ago.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. She has written a lot, so if I
Very
enjoy
prolific.
Sophie Jordan's writing, I've got so much to read.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. So, Dragonfire no longer blisters the skies over Pantera, but inside the lavish palace, life is still perilous, especially for Tasman. Raised in the glittering court alongside the princesses, I love court politics, it's her duty to be punished for their misdeeds. That's fucked.
Yeah. Free Tasman.
Treated as part of the royal family, but also as the lowest of servants, Tasman
It's
fits
Jon
nowhere. It's Jon Snow. It's got dragons.
Oh my god, literally.
Okay, so when she's tasked with the ultimate sacrifice of pretending to be one of the true royal princesses and marry Fel, the beast of the borderlands, son to the great dragon slayer, Tasman accepts her fate, even if it means tricking the deadliest warrior.
Oh.
So it's giving like, what's that holiday swap movie?
What?
With Vanessa Hudgens?
Oh, the Princess Switch.
The Princess Switch.
Love the. We need to talk about the Princess Switch cinematic universe. They're so good.
So yeah, it's the
I feel like
Princess
Vanessa
Switch.
Hudgens deserved more, which is probably like. But I love you, Vanessa Hudgens.
I'm just saying it's Game of Thrones meets the Princess Switch.
Yeah, with dragons.
With dragons.
With more dragons.
Well, yeah. The wedding night begins with an unexpected passion, but ends in near violence.
Oh.
When her trickery is exposed. Rather than start a war, Fel accepts Tasman as his bride. But Tasman isn't what she seems.
No.
She harbors dark secrets buried so deep, even she doesn't know they exist. Is this an amnesia trope?
Or is it like a locked memory, which I
Okay.
guess is amnesia, but like different?
Or is it like a no one's told her, but it's like a family secret?
Yeah. She's just been left out.
And when those secrets emerge, they will ignite a flame bright enough to burn the entire kingdom to its bone.
Oh.
It says magic is not dead, it's only sleeping. And it will take one extraordinary girl with an extraordinary destiny to awaken it.
It says ordinary. That's like the
What did I say?
extraordinary.
Oh, it will take one ordinary girl with an extraordinary destiny to awaken.
Yeah, that makes.
Well, I just wanted to... Well, Tasman's had a rough...
Yeah, like why the fuck?
Hold on. Is this gonna...
Oh, it's like a flip book. Wait, does that spoil?
I mean, maybe I did just spoil myself, but I will say if it does...
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's less on you and more on like whoever designed the book.
Who is this? Harlequin? I Love You as a publishing house. but maybe don't have the cute little flip. This is less... Kate, great choice.
Yeah,
actually,
good job,
this
Kate.
is...
Love you, Kate.
Kate doesn't care, but great choice.
Kate's not gonna see this. Craig? Say his name.
Carl.
Carl. Love you, Carl. I love the socks, Carl.
Knowing that there's a little flip, like, picture thing.
You're gonna flip it.
You're gonna flip it. I haven't read the book, but I've read the blurb and I've seen the picture. I don't need to read the book because I know what happens. But I still will read the book because it is The Princess Switch meets Game of Thrones plus more dragons. What was your next book?
Oh yeah, my next book. A little nervous. We have When the World Tips Over.
Oh, Jandy Nelson. I'm pretty sure Jandy is a YA author. It's a Becky Albertalli quote.
Love.
Your face says, no. Welcome to Northern California wine country and home to the Fall siblings. Years ago, their father mysteriously disappeared, cracking the family into pieces. When an enigmatic, rainbow-haired girl shows up, it sends the lives of the brothers Whiten and Miles and their sister Dizzy into tumult. I don't like that sentence.
I don't like this book, girl.
With rivalries, family curses, and love stories within love stories, this is an intricate, luminous tale of families' complicated past and present, and only in telling their stories can they hope to rewrite their futures. This is not a you book.
Yeah, look, I think neither of the books that I got are super me.
I would say the other one's more you.
But even then, not really. Because, like, I don't really read a lot of, like, historical romance, which is what that's kind of giving. Because I don't really read romance, and I definitely don't read YA. It feels, like, again, no hate to the business. I think it's great. Loved everything else. I just feel like a lot of, like, the bookish world, or, like, bookish businesses are still, like, predominantly about, like, romance readers. Would you agree?
No, most of them started off as YA fantasy book boxes.
Okay, but no, but, like, most of, like, bookish, like, culture online has a lot to do with, like, YA and romance. Like, book talk and, like, book
yes, I would say that most of it is those genres, but also mainly female dominated, yes.
Yeah, which
coming from a channel of a woman who is...
Which I've no problem with.
Romance.
I've no problem with that. I'm on the channel, I'm happy to be here. It's just not something that I super like when it comes to my books. So I feel like it wasn't... Maybe it just wasn't the company for me. Which I think is fine. Okay. I don't want to sound bitter. Because, like, I was very excited about these.
Yeah, I know.
It does just feel like some of the things that I mentioned in my questionnaire weren't really noted, if that makes sense.
You put your Goodreads in though, but you've read Becky Albertalli.
I didn't put my Goodreads, I put my Storygraph. So, because I just did the books that I own. But it feels like some of the things that were put in my thing weren't super mentioned. Like I said that I wanted like literature books about queer men in different like historical or like cultural content.
Okay, so the first book, yes.
But no romance. Like I didn't want a romance book.
Yeah. No, I don't think this is technically a romance.
Yeah, but like this doesn't feel like it fits some of the things I wanted, and like the other one doesn't either. So like it's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I feel like you're disappointed.
But like it's okay. I feel bad now if Kate's gonna see this.
Kate's not gonna see this.
Yeah, but like yeah, because again I do just think it's not something that is super for me.
Yeah, I think you're probably not the type, or at least
But then also it does say it is like personally curated.
Okay, so you're going backwards and forwards, I feel.
No, because I don't like, I feel bad. But like
I know, but you're allowed to do an honest review. Your honest review is that it might not have... What did your little blurby bit say?
Yeah, where's my...
Because I think mine was a good pick.
Because my blurb that they wrote on my email is different to what I put there.
So mine says, Tiana, this book, I threw it amongst the snacks, A Fire in the Sky, presents an enchanting blend of fantasy and romance set in a beautifully crafted world that perfectly aligns with your love for intricate magical landscapes. The narrative intricacy weaves together themes of dragons and medieval adventure, delivering a passionate and thrilling experience that resonates with your preference for steamy romance.
Yeah, on my email, which does say it might be a little like different, but it feels a lot different. So it says, Connor, I've created a book box just for you filled with queer poetry, drama and fiction from queer male authors. No sappy romances here. And then it says like what, like the stuff that'll be like the treats and stuff. Oh, I just feel really bad like that I'm like shitting on this company because it is good. And I think it is gonna be good for a lot of people.
No.
I just feel like my like tastes are too niche.
No. Yeah, that's probably the case.
Yeah. This says, well like, the one thing that gets me at the bottom, it says both align with your preferences. And I'm just like, well. You're like, well, actually. So it says, one novel explores the raw poetic exploration of queerness, heartache, and coming of age set in a modern backdrop. So I'm assuming it's this book. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a hater. And then the other says, the other bleeds of fantasy worlds with themes of self-discovery, featuring queer characters, navigating political intrigue, and a personal transformation. Which is this one over here. This one feels more like mine. But
both are by women.
Well, this one is. I'm not sure, probably, but I don't want to assume.
Oh, sorry.
But like I specifically said, I wanted like books by like queer male authors.
Yeah.
Because that's like something like that I like to read about, like different perspectives on like queer male sexuality.
Yes.
It's what my whole thesis is on. So again, it just feels a little bit not for me. Part of it I do think is on me for being like either like A, setting expectations too high, or like being too demanding. But I'm also like, this was supposed to be like a curated service.
Should we try another curated service to rate them?
I'm not spending $100 and something again to be disappointed.
Or I think libraries do it.
Yeah, no. I feel like it was the experience going through it very fun. The treats and stuff, no complaints. But the books, which it kind of is like the main focus,
yeah.
Me personally, I am disappointed.
And I was like, I bought a free book and I remembered the price of the box. I will say, it is a bit spenny.
It is a bit spenny, especially, because that's why it kind of comes into it, because it's like, okay, it is a bit expensive, but if it's meant to be like a curated thing just for you,
yeah,
it kind of makes up for that. Whereas currently sitting here, I'm like, I spent a lot of money. I've got 2 books I don't want, and some snacks.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit...
I think we'll have a look, because I think there are other curated ones.
I'm just really like disappointed.
No, you're
I was so excited. I was like saying this was my idea. Because I got an ad for it and I was like, this would be so sweet.
Yeah.
But no, it just feels a little bit like not super great for me. Just because I'm not typical of like... You make it sound like I'm so like, so different.
To be fair, every time we buy books, I'm just like, this has got dragons and fairies and it's got a threesome. And he's like, this is about war-torn Syria.
Yeah.
And what it's like to deal with that and be gay.
Yeah. But hey.
Alright, well, that was a slight...
Yeah, sorry if I brought the mood down, guys. Like, I'm no hate to
No, that's what I'm
no
saying,
hate
like,
to Kate.
Connor does have a very niche interest, and I think most of, like, the popular queer books you probably would have read.
Yeah, or said specifically, I don't want a Song of Achilles. Which I have read, did not like it.
Yeah.
That's another video. I feel like I'm gonna, like, I feel like you're guys gonna hate me. No, every time I come on this damn channel,
Every time.
I keep starting fights for no reason. I fought with the Swifties last episode.
You fought with Jimmy?
Yeah, I fought with Jimmy. Now I'm fighting with Kate.
And back to the next episode, we're gonna fight with me.
Yeah.
About the Song of Achilles.
It is hard if you have, even not just for this, like say if you only like feminist horror books. That's like a niche that...
And then say like, I only like feminist horror books but cannot stand body horror.
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly.
even niche, yeah.
Yeah, so like I feel like if you have more of a niche interest when it comes to books, maybe this isn't the service for you.
Yep.
Whereas if you're more open to like more specific genres or more specific trope, it might be easier to find something that falls in line with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for watching this. I'll put you back to Diana to finish the rest of her haul.
Thank you.
Today are all the books that I adopted in the last 3 months. It is a lot, but I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I have bought way less books this year. Some months went a little crazy, but I have been holding in some restraint. So let's see how it goes. I will be doing a massive unhaul of my shelves over the Christmas break just because we are running out of room. So we'll see. Anyway, comment down below and let me know what your most recent purchase was. Or you can leave me a, let's go some like dancing shoes for the Ironside Academy by Jane Washington. If you'd like to see more content from me, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting new videos every Sunday. In the description below, link my social media channels if you'd like to talk to me or follow me on any other corner of the internet. Anyway, that's all from me today, guys. I hope you're doing all kinds of well, and I will speak to you soon. See ya!